welcome back to Average Guy's Car Restoration. I want to go over a couple resources I use when I'm working on my cars, and this goes back to my '70 Mustang, my '84 Corvette, my '73 Mustang, and I find these indispensable, especially now working on my C3, my 1976 Stingray. Project SR76. You've seen the videos. One of the books I use, resources I use, is called Motor Books. Now this is actually Motor Books Workshop. This one is actually let's see if I can get a better light. This is actually restoration information. If I were going to take my 76 and put it back to the way the factory sent it out, this book has everything in it. Everything, pictures, by year, by date. You can find everything in here you need to put your car back to original. You can't find the parts. They don't sell the parts, and they don't have the catalog links and stuff like that. But you can find this. It's unbelievable, even down to what kind of tires came on the car. One of the problems with the C3s is now with my C4 and my C6, I could go out to the Corvette Museum and actually bring in order or recreation of the window sticker, recreation of the build sheets. They have all that information, but they don't for the C3s, and that's the information's kind of spotty. The overarching story you get is that there was a fire of some kind that destroyed all the records. And there's some places out there that say, oh yeah, they have the records, or they have some of the records. And I've never found those to be credible. I've never seen that. Oh yeah, there they are. Good, give them to me. But from this book, you can recreate those. You can get the blank GM window stickers and build sheets, the empty forms, and you can recreate them. In the back here, let me show you this real quick. In the back here is every single one. You see, I've got these terribly tagged. Everything I need to know has all the flags on it, and some of my former students will remember seeing some of my books when I was teaching, having all those in there. But the appendix in the back is amazing. Let me get to a good one. All right, so parts numbers, numbers that should be on your engine block, numbers that should be on the heads, production numbers. I think my Corvette, given what it has in it, it's one of 4,000 that were made that way. And there's only 46,000 anyway for the year for 76 anyway. But this has all the numbers, everything from horn and relay parts numbers, paint codes, interior codes. So you can actually recreate your build sheet based on what your car has in it at the time. So that's kind of cool. I can't do without this. It's invaluable. The other one I find invaluable, and I had these for my '70 Mustang and the '73. I think I had for the '84, but maybe not. But for the '76 Stingray, this is unbelievably helpful. This is called the assembly manual. It has everything in it. Now it takes a bit to read it. You've got to spend some time with it, and you have to know that some of the pictures aren't great, and some of them aren't as clear as you want them to be. Like you can see down here, A, B, A, W, V. You have to go back and find all these codes. I have that upside down. No, it's right side up. The pictures are good, but sometimes when you get into here where there's bolts and nuts, you really have to struggle and get used to reading. The notes down here, some of them are valuable, some of them are stuff that you can't really interpret. They're whatever. I mean, there's places here where it says, oh, this layout was delayed, or this layout was canceled, which means I just went in and stamped the book saying, hey, we're not doing it that way. But it's got everything in here. You can actually take your whole body apart and put it back together. It's the chassis manual, so it's everything in there. I can't do without those, and you should have those. Now, it's not cheap. I think these books are... Well, there's no price on these. I can't. You can find these used, actually. People will get tired of them. In fact, I sold a few for my C4 and my C6. But they're really good. You can find them on Amazon and other places, so take a look and find them. But I wanted to show you those. And coming up in a couple minutes, we're going to actually go do the geek thing. And you'll hear me say this again in the next video because I shot the video already today. But the first part didn't come out good, so I'm redoing it. And by the way, real cars don't shift themselves. But underneath the rear panel, and I'll show you that in the video, I don't think I have a picture of one here. Underneath the rear panel, there's supposed to be numbers or lettering or something like that that's supposed to that's just supposed to mark the fact that the car is original and it's how it came from the factory. So in a little bit we're going to go ahead and take a look at the deck. Now the deck is placed right behind the rear window. It's flat, and we're going to crawl underneath. I'm going to get my 6'1" and body shoved into that little crack there, and we're going to find out if there's numbers or letters or whatever that's marked. And now you know I'm a geek for that kind of stuff. I record them all, every parts number, every build number, even the weird little circles they're supposed to point out the dates and stuff. I record all those. I take a snapshot every one. I've got them all saved, and I just think it's a big deal to have those. I think it's cool. It's geekish, and which is weird because even for what I'm doing for the Corvette, it's not necessary because I'm not putting it back to stock. But it's cool to see those, including, and I'll show you in the video a little bit, the little sticker on the side that says 1976 Corvette. Keep this sticker with the car from the inside door. And I freaked out when I found that the passenger door still had the original membrane on it, a moisture barrier on it. It's just cool to find it as it came from the factory. And if you ever get a chance to go to the factory and watch them being made, it's very cool. I did a couple plant tours in Bowling Green, and it's just amazing to watch them do it. And sometimes you get a chance to talk to the workers. They don't let you take pictures there, which is why I never did the video on it. And this is years ago. They were still making they're still in the C6 stages then. So anyway, let's get to the other videos. But I just wanted to go ahead and give you these resources. They're very helpful. And I think pick them up if you're restoring a car, any kind of car, not just Corvette. All right, thanks. We'll see you again.